We believe we can build this place into a championship contender. That's what I believe. That's what I'm going to do everything in my power to help this organization get there.
Did Caitlin Clark just end Christie Sides' coaching career? This sudden move by the Indiana Fever has left fans stunned, and there's a lot to dig into here. After only 2 seasons, the Fever decided to part ways with head coach Christie Sides, sparking intense speculation about what really led to this decision. Could Caitlin Clark, the team's breakout rookie and rising WNBA star, have played a role? Was there friction behind the scenes? Or did Clark's skyrocketing influence make Sides' position too difficult to sustain? Let's dive into this unfolding story and explore how Caitlin Clark's presence might have changed everything for the Fever. Caitlin Clark's rookie season has been nothing short of electric. From record-breaking performances to clutch plays, Clark's debut has brought the Indiana Fever back into the spotlight. Her raw talent, paired with an undeniable drive, has earned her a fast-growing fan base and made her one of the most exciting new players in the league. But with all this attention comes a unique level of influence. Fans and analysts have been quick to pick up on moments where Clark's body language seemed to suggest frustration with certain coaching decisions or strategies. Did Clark's influence reach a point where it contributed to Sides' departure? Rumors about friction between Clark and Sides began to circulate as Clark's game reached new heights. It's no secret that Caitlin Clark has exceptionally high standards, not just for herself, but for everyone around her. As the Fever's franchise player, she has brought a renewed energy that demands excellence. But could this level of ambition have clashed with Sides' coaching style? Known for her methodical and structured approach, Sides emphasizes discipline, defense, and teamwork, qualities that work well for many teams but may not fully align with Clark's high-octane, fast-paced playing style. These differences could easily create tension, especially if Clark felt her potential was being limited by Sides' approach. The visible frustrations Clark showed on the court this season only added fuel to the fire. Fans noticed her passionate reactions to missed plays, odd rotations, and other coaching decisions. And in today's age of social media, these reactions quickly sparked conversations online. Fans flooded Twitter, Reddit, and other platforms with posts questioning Sides' coaching strategies and decisions. Many felt that Clark's skills weren't being fully maximized, and that perhaps a different coach could bring out the best in her. With so much fan pressure, the Fever's management might have faced a tough choice. Back Sides or align with the desires of their star rookie and a loyal, vocal fan base. In professional sports, it's incredibly rare for a rookie to influence coaching decisions, but Clark's situation is unique. She has quickly established herself as not only a star, but as the face of the Fever. Her talent has made her an asset not just on the court, but also in terms of visibility and revenue. Ticket sales have surged, viewership has gone up, and there's no doubt that Clark has brought a new wave of fans to the Fever. This isn't your average rookie. Clark's presence alone has the power to impact a franchise's trajectory. Could management have prioritized Clark's preferences to build a team around her talents? It's a bold gamble, and one that signals a clear direction for the Fever. This brings us to the heart of Christie Sides' coaching style, and why it may not have aligned with the Fever's new vision. Sides has built her career on a disciplined, fundamentals-first approach to coaching. She believes in teamwork, defensive strategy, and control on the court. These are qualities that work well for many teams, but they don't necessarily highlight the unique skills that Clark brings to the game. Clark's high-energy style of play, with her quick decision-making and offensive prowess, requires a different approach, one that allows her to push the limits, play aggressively, and keep opponents on their toes. In this sense, Sides and Clark may have represented two different basketball philosophies. As Clark's popularity has grown, so has her influence in the WNBA and the Fever organization. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's becoming a brand. Her impact reaches beyond the scoreboard, driving up ticket sales, merchandise, and viewership. For the Fever's management, this popularity represents a once-in-a-generation opportunity. Building around Clark isn't just a basketball decision, it's also a strategic business move. Her appeal brings more than just points. It brings fans and financial support, which means the Fever may be making moves to keep Clark satisfied and engaged with the team's vision for the future. But there's a real risk here. While Clark is undoubtedly a rising star, shaping a team around a single player's influence can be risky. If the Fever's performance doesn't improve under a new coach, management's decision to part ways with Sides could come under scrutiny. Fans and analysts might start questioning whether it was wise to prioritize a rookie's preferences over a seasoned coach's experience. In some ways, this decision shows just how invested the Fever are in Clark's future, but it also raises the stakes. Now the pressure is on for Clark to deliver and prove that building around her is the right choice for the Fever. Social media has also played a huge role in amplifying the situation. Throughout the season, fans were vocal about their dissatisfaction with certain coaching decisions, often questioning sides' rotations, play calling, and use of Clark's skill set. Clark's fan base, which has grown rapidly thanks to her success and high-energy style, was not shy about expressing their frustrations. The Fever's management is undoubtedly aware of how social media can shape public opinion, and they may have felt that aligning with Clark's vision would better satisfy the fan base in the long term. In the modern sports world, fan sentiment is a force to be reckoned with, and the Fever may have been influenced by the sheer volume of fans calling for a coaching change. Insiders have hinted that Clark might have even voiced her own suggestions for a coaching change, either directly or indirectly. Though unconfirmed, this wouldn't be surprising given Clark's intensity and ambition. She's known for her high standards and her commitment to winning, and she may have felt that a new approach was necessary for the Fever to reach their potential. If Clark indeed expressed such thoughts to management, it would make the Fever's decision to part ways with sides even more telling. The move would indicate a full commitment to building a team around Clark's preferences, showing that the Fever view her as their cornerstone. With sides now out, the Fever will undoubtedly be looking for a coach who aligns with Clark's style and vision. This isn't just about filling a vacancy, it's about finding a coach who can develop a strong relationship with Clark and work collaboratively to shape the future of the Fever. The team will likely prioritize candidates who have a progressive, player-centered approach, perhaps even looking for someone who has experience with high-profile, high-potential athletes. This next coaching choice is critical, not just for the Fever's playoff aspirations, but for Clark's long-term commitment to the franchise. For the Fever, it's no longer just about hiring a coach, it's about finding the right partner to help elevate their star player and the entire organization. Another important factor in Christie Sides' departure is the Fever's overall season performance, and how that contrasts with the energy Caitlin Clark brought to the court. While Sides had a disciplined, structure-focused approach, Clark's style is dynamic and unpredictable, a quality that excited fans and brought a fresh appeal to the Fever. Watching Clark in action, you can tell that she thrives when given the freedom to create plays and adapt on the fly. That flexibility and spontaneity may have clashed with Sides' more rigid coaching philosophy, leading to friction between Clark's vision of the game and Sides' strategies. As the Fever's playoff chances dwindled, the pressure mounted, and it became evident that changes were necessary to keep the team moving forward. This growing disparity in playing styles may have contributed to the perception that Sides wasn't maximizing Clark's potential. Fans started to feel that Sides was holding Clark back, that her coaching style wasn't allowing Clark's skills to fully flourish. As Clark continued to put up impressive numbers, social media lit up with comments about how a different coaching approach might elevate her performance, and, by extension, the entire team's standing. This narrative began to take on a life of its own, with some fans even calling for a coaching change well before Sides' official departure. This level of fan scrutiny and pressure is hard to ignore, especially when you're dealing with a player as popular as Clark. For the Fever, aligning with Clark's potential became a priority, and parting ways with Sides seemed like the logical next step. As fans, analysts, and insiders speculated on what was happening behind the scenes, another factor emerged: Clark's unique leadership presence. Despite being a rookie, Clark has displayed a natural leadership style that resonates with her teammates. Her energy on the court is contagious, and she has a way of lifting those around her. This dynamic can be challenging for a coach, especially one who may be more accustomed to a top-down approach. If Clark was emerging as a vocal leader, it could have created tension if Sides wasn't as receptive to player input. With Clark's rise as a central figure, it's possible that the Fever's management saw an opportunity to shift toward a coaching style that's more collaborative and allows for Clark's voice to be a guiding force on the team. Now, let's examine the influence of social media on this situation. The intensity of fan conversations online played a significant role in amplifying the perception that Sides wasn't the right fit for the Fever's new direction. Fans took to Twitter, Reddit, and other platforms, sharing opinions, stats, and even clips that seemed to support the idea that Clark's potential wasn't being fully utilized. This constant feedback loop put additional pressure on the Fever's management to make a move that would satisfy the fan base and cater to the expectations surrounding Clark's development. In today's sports world, the power of social media can't be underestimated, and it's clear that the Fever were paying attention. Social media wasn't just a space for fans to vent their frustrations, it also fueled discussion discussions among analysts and commentators who began speculating about the internal dynamics between Clark and Sides. Some suggested that Clark's skill set and style simply didn't mesh with Sides' structured approach, while others wondered if Clark's influence was already reshaping the Fever's identity from within. As these narratives gained traction, they added to the already considerable pressure on the Fever's management to make a bold decision. In the end, parting ways with Sides was likely influenced by both the real and perceived disconnect between her coaching style and Clark's dynamic presence on the team. Then there's the business side of this decision. The Fever aren't just managing a basketball team, they're managing a brand, and Caitlin Clark has become the face of that brand. Her popularity is driving ticket sales, viewership, and merchandise, making her an invaluable asset. For the Fever, prioritizing Clark's vision is not just about winning games, it's about capitalizing on her star power to grow the franchise. By bringing in a coach who aligns more closely with Clark's playing style and strengths, the Fever are making a strategic business move designed to maximize their appeal. In a way, this decision is as much about the future of the Fever's brand as it is about basketball strategy. This decision also sends a message to the league. By prioritizing Clark and building a team around her, the Fever are showing other teams, and even other players, that they're committed to fostering talent and adapting to new trends in the game. The WNBA has seen a rise in young stars, and the Fever's decision to center their franchise around a rookie signals a shift in how teams might approach building their rosters in the future. It's a sign that the league is evolving and that the Fever want to be at the forefront of that evolution. The rest of the WNBA will undoubtedly be watching closely to see how this gamble plays out. Let's talk about what the Fever's coaching change means for Clark's future with the franchise. For a young player like Clark, having a supportive coaching environment can make all the difference. It can enhance her confidence, allow her to grow in her role, and help her avoid burnout. The Fever are likely looking for a coach who can guide Clark through the early stages of her career, helping her refine her skills while allowing her to play to her strengths. This kind of developmental approach is essential for a franchise that's betting big on a rookie, and it shows that the Fever are committed to giving Clark the support she needs to thrive. Finally, there's the ripple effect this could have on the WNBA as a whole. The Fever's decision to part ways with Sides in favor of aligning more closely with Clark's playing style could inspire other teams to consider similar moves. We might see a trend where franchises prioritize the strengths of their star players, especially younger ones, by tailoring their coaching strategies to maximize those strengths. This shift would represent a more player-centered approach to team building, emphasizing flexibility, adaptation, and collaboration. If the Fever's strategy succeeds, it could redefine the role of young stars in the league and set a precedent for how franchises develop talent moving forward. As the Indiana Fever head into this new chapter without Christie Sides, Caitlin Clark's future with the franchise holds even more weight. The Fever's decision to part ways with Sides doesn't just reshape the coaching staff, it redefines Clark's legacy. If this coaching change leads to more success for the Fever, Clark could go down as a transformative player, not only for her skills on the court, but for her role in reshaping the direction of the franchise. However, if the Fever struggle to find the right fit, or if the coaching carousel continues, Clark might face additional scrutiny. For a young player, that kind of pressure can be daunting, but it also provides Clark with an opportunity to prove herself as a true leader and franchise cornerstone. For Caitlin, this next season could be her most pivotal yet. With a new coach likely coming in to support her playing style, expectations will be sky high. The Fever are signaling that they're ready to build around her strengths, and in doing so, they're handing Clark both the spotlight and the responsibility that comes with it. In many ways, Clark is being positioned to not only excel on the court, but to become the face of a reimagined Fever team, potentially setting the foundation for a championship run in the future. This new coach will need to harness Clark's talents while also guiding the team towards sustainable growth and cohesion, making Clark's journey with the Fever a story to follow closely. The WNBA as a whole is likely to feel the ripple effects of this decision. Clark's influence is emblematic of a new wave of players who aren't just stars, but also powerful voices in their franchises. This shift toward prioritizing player-centered strategies could inspire other teams to reconsider how they build around young talent, especially as they compete for future WNBA stars. If the Fever find success with this approach, we might see more franchises adopting a similar model, where the team culture and strategies are built around the unique talent of their standout players. It's an exciting prospect, one that could redefine the role of players and even reshape the coaching landscape in the league. Another important aspect to consider is how the Fever's new direction could inspire other young athletes to choose the WNBA as their professional path. If Clark's story continues to unfold positively, with her influence shaping the team's success, other young basketball stars may see the WNBA as a league where their voices and talents are truly valued. The impact on recruitment could be substantial, potentially attracting a new generation of stars who are drawn to the WNBA's unique player-centered approach. In this way, Clark's influence could extend beyond her own career, helping to elevate the entire league and attract top-tier talent from college basketball and beyond. As we look forward, the Fever's next season is sure to be packed with anticipation. Clark and the Fever now face the dual challenge of integrating a new coach and competing against some of the toughest teams in the WNBA. With each game, Clark's role as both a player and an influencer within the franchise will continue to grow. Her ability to adapt, perform, and lead through these changes will not only define her career, but could set the standard for how the WNBA handles rising stars in the future. Every decision, every game, and every highlight reel play from Clark will contribute to a narrative that is redefining what it means to be a rookie sensation in professional women's basketball. Now, with the Fever setting the stage for a new era, all eyes will be on Caitlin Clark and her next moves. Her relationship with the new coach, her ability to galvanize her teammates, and her individual performance will be crucial. Will the Fever's decision to part ways with Christie Sides prove to be a stroke of genius? Or will the pressure prove too much? One thing's for certain, Caitlin Clark is ready to take on whatever comes next. With her star power, determination, and the backing of a franchise committed to her success, she's primed to lead the Fever in a way that could make history. So what do you think? Are the Fever making the right choice by aligning their strategy with Caitlin Clark's strengths? Or does this place too much pressure on a rookie's shoulders? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on this unfolding saga as we witness Caitlin Clark's journey and the Fever's quest to redefine their legacy in the WNBA. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.